Hi, I'm Pat Adamiak. I lead the global cloud solutions marketing team for Cisco Systems. And I'd like to just spend about 10 minutes or less, hopefully, doing a tee-up. And at the end, at the feedback, I'm going to ask you the question of, did I pass the Rick Perry test? Because I'm going to share 3 related concepts. And at the end, so this is like going out on the tightrope. So the first is the world of many clouds. And this is about how we view the cloud market is already starting to evolve. There's a lot of noise in the market in the first stage about the scale players, Amazon, Google, Facebook, if you argue that's a cloud, et cetera. But we see that it's already a very rich tapestry. So with private cloud and public clouds, both consumer and business public clouds, hybrid cloud, because we're one of the few vendors that touches not only telcos, but have a big enterprise and mid-market business, and tremendous amount of interest in hybrid cloud of all form factors, right? Because they have their own private cloud or they have their own system, and they want to access something from the public cloud, get that all to work. In addition, we're seeing a lot of segmentation starting to appear. This is, in the first stages, there's a few large players, but all over the place, you're starting to see verticalized and otherwise differentiated services coming out. And if there was one of the 3 messages besides the world of many cloud is really the need to differentiate. So picking up on Chris's point, and there's many ways to do it. He has a psychographic thing in terms of the way the customers think. Industries is another natural one. So for example, CETA, which is a airline transportation IT company, provides the IT for most of the airports in Europe and a few beyond. They've just launched a cloud based on for the airports as they expand outside of Europe, and it's really focused on that industry. And you can call it a public cloud, community cloud, whatever you want. But it's actually a really innovative thing because they know that market segment better than anybody else. And it's analogous for those that are old enough to remember how the computer industry evolved. Right? First you had mainframes and highly horizontal systems with custom code, and then it got very verticalized. In fact, that's where the VAR concept came from. So CETA is one example. There's many. Many government cloud initiatives. Cloud First with the U.S. federal government. There's cloud initiatives in the Middle East, et cetera. So wherever there's regulations, wherever there's differing applications, differing customer sets, and groupings of businesses like in healthcare in the US, you see, there's an opportunity to do a very tightly focused cloud. So one of the things that's going to be a good thing to watch from the telco perspective, and again, our business is enabling service providers to deliver cloud services. We are not a cloud provider. Is how does this all evolve? Because there's a great opportunity here for the telcos to use their local presence in different geographies, if they're swift of foot, to figure out ways to hit that market closer than some monolithic, centralized, internet-based provider could. Right? As well as this is evolving already, there's great interest in connecting these clouds. So again, an opportunity done right to monetize the network. And we think, if you go back to Chris's 3 things, security, reliability, and cost, because we see those same things. And if the experience is not at least as good as what you have today, from a security and a performance perspective, that's a huge barrier to cloud. So where is that all ensured? That end-to-end SLA, if you control the network and know how to manage your cards right, you have an unfair competitive advantage. So that's the first idea. Second is traffic, and more traffic. So a zettabyte, we'll have a test at that at the end. No, a zettabyte is 1 billion terabytes. So big numbers. And we've been doing a number of studies based on some network monitoring, done some forecasting and statistical modeling off of that, and done some forecasts. This is on the cloud and what we see going on. So first of all, the blue number there is from 2010 to 2015, a 33% compounded annual growth in data center traffic overall. And we're seeing a phenomenal growth in the proportion of that's coming from the cloud. It's down around 11% last year, and it's down up around 10 or 15%. As you can see, it's going to 34% in our predictions. So massive increase in the traffic, and an increasing portion is from cloud. Now, this has implications in terms of how you architect your data centers and how you architect your actual IP NGN. Then mobility's come up a lot. Mobility is a big driver. You can't really have a viable business or consumer cloud strategy if you don't have a good answer for mobility. You know, you go to Middle East, India, most emerging markets, very few landline connections, right, to reach the massive market. So mobile is really rapidly growing as well, as you can see. It's already, here we are in 2012, it's about 50-50, a little bit past the tipping point towards more mobile cloud oriented, going up to 71% in the next 3 years. So second point, huge traffic implications. Third, and I touched on this in the first slide, but if you think of this problem as the cloud end users, which is how this is portrayed in the press, and how most users of cloud think of cloud that are not IT professionals or people that study this industry. But how do you get that security and performance between these? Well, that's a little thing called the network, right? And we would contend that a good enough network isn't good enough. And we're betting on that being true because we're investing in a lot of help in many of the people in this room to make that transition. That network connectivity and the guaranteed assurance, the SLAs or quality of service on the video side is really going to be critical for this to reach its potential and not be just another stunted technology. And by the way, we are really bullish about the future of cloud. That's why we're so excited about this. And if you think of it, if you take that network out where it's got, right, there's really no business class cloud without network intelligence. And the folks in this room, as they build out their IP NGNs, have been working on that for years. So now's the opportunity to really extend that, take the advantage of it end to end, not just what's going on in the data center or the service center, but all the way out to the point of delivery. So those are my comments. And as you can see, I did pass, I think, the Rick Perry test. First point was world of many clouds and segment. Second point, explosion of traffic. And the third point is the criticalness of the network in this. Thank you. Good.